Thank you, and we are starting. We're going to start on the mat in a comfortable seated position. We'll try and work on opening up our hips today quite a bit. And in the meantime, settle in here. Sit down, cross-legged, and see if you find your way into a comfortable spinal position. And the way to do that is if you have a hard time keeping your back up straight while sitting just like so, you can always roll the towel, place it under your tailbone. This way you don't have to worry about working your spinal muscles. Not quite yet, we'll get there. So I want you to go ahead and start to find your breathing and start to calm down your mind. Relax your arms anywhere on your lap, on your knees, doesn't really matter. Gently press your chest forward just a tiny bit. Relax your gaze. Start to breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. Continue with this breathing. Make it long and make it mindful. And when I say mindful, I mean just watch for that air going in and out. See how your body feels. Very nice. We're going to start adding a little bit of a movement here. So reach your arms to your sides with your next inhale. Open up your chest, and with an exhale, bring your hands in front of you, clasp them. Arms are going to be really straight. I want you to separate your shoulder blades and gently drop your chin down. It's a small movement just to open up the distance between your shoulder blades. And now go ahead and release that. Roll your shoulders back, release your arms, and bring them behind you and see if you can clasp your hands behind you. Gentle. Keep everything very loose. This time your shoulder blades are touching each other. And once again, go ahead and tuck your chin down. Nice stretch in your neck. Gently pull your shoulders back. Release that. Release your left leg and place it on the floor so that your right foot is into your left thigh. And most likely, you're not going to be completely flat on the floor. Don't worry about it. You should feel a stretch in your left quad. Grab your left shin, reach your right arm up toward the ceiling, and with an exhale, very gently lean to the left. Make sure that your knee's comfortable with that. The right side of your body is now longer than your left side. Just opening things up. Good. With your next inhale, reach your right arm up, and with an exhale, drop it down. Let's switch. And you will feel the difference right away. So, left knee, left foot is into your right thigh. One side is definitely tighter than the other. Grab your right shin, just to kind of give you a little bit of that anchor. Inhale with your left arm reaching to the ceiling. And with an exhale, gently leaning to the right. Easy does it. Don't force anything. Just opening things up. Wonderful. And as you continue to open up, once again, see if you can go just a tad deeper into every single thing that we do. Release that left arm. Remember, every single position is 3 breaths, unless I ask you to go otherwise. And each time you go for another exhale within those 3 count of 3, see if you can go just a tiny bit deeper. Reach your arms once again to the sides. Your back is just a tiny bit warmer now. And rotate to the left. Drop your right hand on your left knee and drop your left hand behind you. You are in your first easy twist. Easy being the operative word. You don't have to bring your chin to the left. One more breath, please. Next inhale, release and bring your arms again to a T. They're starting to work here. Rotate to the right, left hand ends up on your right knee and right hand behind you. And again, easy does it. With your next inhale, once again, release that. Reach both of your arms up toward the ceiling. Separate your rib cage from your hips and go ahead and bring your hands in front of you and start to walk them forward. Easy. Should feel a good stretch in your lower back, possibly in your knees, and possibly in your hips just a little bit. One more breath. And walk your hands back. Very nice. Come into kneeling position for me. We're going to continue opening up, and then we're going to start to add movements to help us open up our flexibility. Make sure that you have plenty of padding for your knees. Bring your left leg out. Or if you're mirroring me, that yours is going to be right. Bring your arms all the way up. Reach your palms away from each other and rotate them up. And with that, once again, lift as high as you possibly can. Again, opening up. Just imagine that you are zipping up that big, very, very tight, sweater, I guess. Opening things up, really reaching. And you're going to lean away from your extended leg. That hand is going to be on the floor. Once again, breathe into the left side of your body. It is long. It's stretchy. Your chest is open. You're not sinking into your right shoulder. Nice. With your next inhale, go ahead and lift. And with the next exhale, come in the opposite direction. So slide that left hand as far down your left leg as you can. And see if you can bring the right arm over. Once again, 3 breaths here. Go as far as your body allows you. Rely on your left arm to help. Now we're going to go ahead and start it in a movement. Inhale, open up, and exhale, lean to the right. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lean to the left. Inhale, lift, slow, and exhale to the right. Just a tiny bit more. Maybe you're arching a little bit more. Inhale up, and exhale to the left. Again, maybe just a tiny bit more. And once again, this is our third and last time. See how far you're going to be able to go. And lift up. And come all the way to the left. Working with your own strength and your own flexibility. Drag that left knee in. Place your right leg all the way out. Settle in here. Things are opening. They're different. Your left knee is under your left hip. Bring your arms to the sides, and once again, palms are facing up. This kind of opens up the chest. That's the point here. Reach both of them up toward the ceiling first. Nice and long inhale. Again, remember that everything here is really reaching and lengthening. And now with your next exhale, we're going to lean to the left side of the body. Right arm is a continuation of your right leg. Figure things out. Do not rotate your body in. You are sliding against an invisible wall behind you. Very nice. Next inhale, lift up. You have to use your core muscles to do that. And then very gently lean to the right side. Place your right hand On your right leg, reach to the right with your left arm. Again, keep chest open, keep your collarbones open, drop your shoulders, align, figure things out. Yes, and again, one side is tighter than the other. And we're gonna start with a movement. Inhaling, opening up, and exhaling, leaning and stretching. Inhaling, opening up, and exhaling, leaning and stretching. One down, a couple more to go, and each time we're trying so hard to go just a tiny bit deeper into it. And exhale, exhale, exhale. One more time, coming to the left side of our body. And one more time to the right. Very nice. Go ahead and bend your right knee, rotate to the right side. You're still on that left knee. And find your runner's lunge, but on your left knee. Opening things up again. For now, feel free to keep your right shoulder or your chest on your right knee. No big deal. We're just opening up our left hip flexor. One more breath. Good, and from here, go ahead and raise your arms up, knee lunge. Pressing your hip flexors a little bit deeper into the stretch. One more breath. Good. Release your hands back on the floor. Slide your right leg back. Bring your left foot forward. You're still looking in the same direction. And first 3 breaths, you're just opening things up. So your left shoulder or your chest could very easily rest on your left thigh. Figure things out. Good. Now gently press into that left foot. Using your core and leg muscles, lift your upper body and bring your arms overhead. Palms are facing each other. Make sure that your shoulders are down and your shoulder blades are together. One more breath. Very nice. Release your hands back to the floor. Drag your left leg back, and you should find yourself more or less in the tabletop position. Your knees are going to be right under your hips, and your hands are right under your shoulders. Let's warm up our wrists here. So we're going to press our bodies gently forward and back. Your elbows are locked. Your chest is open. Your neck is in line with your spine. Should feel a good stretch in your wrists. One more time. Good. Let's play a little bit with our balancing now. So you're going to go ahead and release your left leg out. Please make sure to keep your hips really straight. Your neck is still in line with your spine, so try not to drop your head and don't bring your chin up. Bring your right arm in the opposite direction. I want you to really feel that your back is still very flat. You're keeping your core very engaged. Your shoulders are parallel to each other. Good. Right hand comes back on the floor. Left knee comes back on the floor. Right leg now extends. Once again, the balance has changed. You're now only on 3 points of your body. Keep everything really focused. Release your left arm in the opposite direction. And breathe. Once again, this is a tabletop, which means if I were to put a tray on your spine, it would not move. Good. Left hand comes back down on the floor. Right knee comes on the floor. Place your hands a little bit further out. Gently arch your back and start to drop your chest down. We're going into puppy. If you're not familiar with it, you're really not sitting back down. Your hips are still pretty high. You're just trying to drop your chest down as low as you can. One more breath here. Lift up, Look in front of you, rotate your elbows toward each other, place them on the floor, and move your body gently forward, and then drop your tummy on the floor. So we are in the Sphinx position, where your elbows are right under your shoulders, your chest is open. Good. I'm going to go ahead and challenge you now. You're going to go ahead and bring your hips off the floor so you're in that knee plank position. Rotate onto the right, bring your right hand to where your left elbow is. Rotate onto the right side of your body and reach your left arm up toward the ceiling and your left leg up off the floor. One more breath. Good. Left hand comes back, rotate, drop your hips down, you're back in Sphinx. Rearrange your shoulders, lift your hips up, you're on your knees and you are on your forearms. Now left hand comes to where your right elbow is. You're rotating onto the left side of your body and right arm is up and left leg is up. Nice. Go ahead and find your rotation. Place your left forearm back on the floor. You rotate your left one and drop your hips back on the floor and we're down in Sphinx. Keep pressing your shoulders back. Keep pressing your chest forward. Nice. Now we're going to go into a toe plank. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips up. Very nice. Just breathe. 2 more breaths. One more. And release. Good. Drop your chest down on the floor. Slide your hands first towards your chest so they're parallel with your chest. Now this one is going to be, I'm going to turn the mat. This one is definitely going to be challenging, so watch very carefully. We're warming up our back muscles. Your hands are right parallel to your chest. Your elbows are pressing back, so they're not going out at all. You have engaged pretty much every single muscle in your back, and now you're going to lift your hands above the floor just a couple of inches. Good. Inhale, place them back on the floor, and exhale, lift. Just your arms. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, lift. With your next inhale, you're going to reach your arms behind you and clasp your hands. This time, we're going to start to lift both your arms and your chest off the floor. Ready? Inhale and exhale. Inhaling down. Exhaling, lifting. One more time. Inhaling down and exhaling, lifting. Inhaling down and press yourselves into child's pose. Let's give our backs a well-deserved break. 3 breaths here. With your next inhale, lift all the way up, come into tabletop position, tuck your toes, get ready to go into downward facing dog. So your back is arched and you're lifting your hips up and back. Let's open up the back side of our legs, just pedaling your feet in place. One heel is reaching toward the floor when the opposite knee is bent and the other way around. For this next set, I will need you to please have some kind of a block or paw or bunch of books to help. You're going to raise your right arm or leg all the way up, and from here, look in front of you and place that right foot on the outside of your right hand. So not between your hands, but outside. Lift up, lift your chest. Very nice. So if you need to use, and there's a good chance that you will, you need to use your props, please do. We're going to shift our hips up, straightening our right leg and folding forward. Inhale and move once again into wide lunge. Again, inhale, and with an exhale, shift your hips up, forward fold. Inhale, and with an exhale, shift your body forward. For now, you are using both of your arms to help you. Once again, this is the last one. Forward fold, wide legs. And lunge. Left hand remains on the floor on the block. Right arm comes up. Inhale, and with an exhale, once again, straighten that right leg. So in essence, you are in your twisted triangle pose. And again, opening up. This time your right arm is reaching away from the knee. And lift. Twisted triangle. One last time. Forward into lunge. Right arm is no longer touching the floor. And coming all the way up. Good. And now we're going to go in the last iteration of this. So reach into lunge. Lift both of your arms up. Find your balance. Straighten that right leg. Rotate to the right. Take your time. Return back to your lunge, arms above your head. And gently lift up. Be ginger here and rotate to the right. One last time. This is the last one, I promise. Inhaling, reaching, opening up. And exhaling, coming into reverse triangle. Good. Windmill your arms down. They are on the inside of your right foot. Drop your left knee on the floor. Drag your right leg back. Relax. Reset. And we are back in our tabletop position. Pull your shoulders back. We're going to go back into downward facing dog. Inhale. And with an exhale, reach your hips as high as you can. Press your hands into the mat like you're trying to push the earth away from you. Pull your shoulders back. Try not to drop your head too much. Your neck is very active. From here, you're going to release your left leg. If you can, reach it back. If you can't, don't worry about it. Come forward and bring that left foot now on the outside of your left hand. Lots of stretching here. Roll your shoulders back. Once again, we are relying on our hands here. And if you need to use something here for your hands, you already know what we're going to be going through. So inhale, and with an exhale, shift your hips out. And you're folding forward into your very straight leg. Forward again. Pull your shoulders back. Since you know what's coming, really start working your legs. And once again, forward fold, left leg straight. Take your time. One last time. Forward. And back. Very nice. So the easiest variation is done. Coming forward again. This time, left arm is going to go toward the ceiling. And again, we're going to start to straighten our left leg. And this is our twisted triangle. And coming forward again. Lots of dependence on that right hand. But if you can, try and depend more on your legs here. Straighten. Good. Your spine is working. One last time. We're going to go for a break after we're done with this sequence. And back up. Very nice. Coming forward, finding our lunge. Ready? Lift, 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 and rotate. Forward. And straight legs, rotate. Last one. Opening up and rotating. Windmill your arms. Left hand is on the inside of your left leg. Drop your left knee on the floor. Drag your left leg back and come into child's pose and give yourselves a break. Very well done. I know this definitely was not an easy one. The next one is going to be what's called a lizard. It definitely will. We have opened everything up. We have prepared for it. And the last thing that we're going to start opening up is going to be the hips. And we will eventually end up in this very deep stretch. Once again, please listen to your body more than anything else. I'll show you a whole bunch of variations. It's a really good hip opener. From this child's pose, we're going to lift up again. And again, let's warm up. Let's work on our shoulders rather. Tuck your toes, pull your shoulders back, and arch your back. Inhale, and with an exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg rises and bring that right foot on the outside of your right hand. This time, you're going to drop your left knee on the floor. Remember, we are preparing for a big hip opener. So I need you to go ahead and gently rock your hips side to side. The hip flexors are open. We have worked them already. So the question is, how much space do you have in your right hip here? So if once again, it's too hard, you don't really have to go very deep into it, but we're going to try. So you're going to bend your left elbow and you're going to place that left elbow on the floor. And this may be as far as you want to go. I'm just turning around so that you can see why. Well, it's kind of called lizard like so. So you can stay here. If you think you can, go ahead and place your right forearm on the floor as well and drop your head. If you cannot, just stay here and breathe into the openness in your pelvis and in your right hip and in your left hip flexor. Three more breaths. And once again, start to observe how that air flows through you. When it reaches your hip. Very nice. And from here, your right hand comes back up on the floor if it was bent, and then your left one. Tuck your left toes. Using your core and your leg muscles, go ahead and lift up and bring that right leg back into down dog. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Left leg rises. Bring it on the outside of your left hand. Drop your right knee on the floor right away. It's that distance between your knees that allows for the space to happen into which we're going to try and descend. Before we do that, we're going to be shifting our hips gently side to side, opening, breathing. And again, if it's not an option to go down on your forearms, please don't worry about it. Maybe continue shifting your hips side to side, or just stay in isometric stretch. Otherwise, right forearm goes either on the floor or on your blocks, on your books, on your pillows. And if available, your left one does the exact same thing. 5 full breaths here. Relax your shoulders, relax your spine, drop your head. And once again, observe the flow of air through you. Maybe close your eyes. Listen to your body. Very nice. Left hand first. Next one is your right. Tuck your right toes. Straighten that right leg so that you have the space, and then drag your left leg back, and we are in downward facing dog. Very nice. Okay. Right leg rises. You're going to bring your right foot this time between your hands. Settle in here. Rotate your left heel. Keep your right knee very bent. We're going to open up into warrior two. So reach your left arm up first. Imagine that there's a wall behind you. And now somebody is lifting you up by your left arm. And then go ahead and find the vertical position for your body. You're gazing over your right fingertips. Your shoulders are strong. Straighten your right leg for me for just a sec and bend it again. And again, inhale, straighten, and exhale, go just a tiny bit deeper into it. One last time, inhale, and exhale. Windmill your arms, bring your hands back on the floor, right leg all the way back, downward facing dog. Left leg rises. And bring it between your hands again. Rotate your right heel. It is diagonal. Settle in. Right arm up toward the ceiling. And remember, now you're relying on your legs, not so much on that left arm. There is a wall behind you. You're not going to fall down, I promise. Inhale. And with an exhale, start to lift, lift, lift. Now your body is vertical and you are gazing over your left fingertips. Strong shoulders. And once again, inhale and straighten that left leg. And exhale, go a little bit deeper into it. Inhale, lift. And exhale. One last time. Inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and windmill your arms, but this time I need you to step your right foot forward to join your left. Good. Find your way into a forward fold and then relax everything. If you want to soften your knees here, be my guest. If you feel like keeping your knees very straight, that works for me as well. Drop your head, relax. Good. From here, go ahead and bring your hands in a prayer towards your heart. Pull your shoulders back. Right away, you should feel that your back muscles are working. Inhale, and with an exhale, lift your upper body halfway only. Pull your shoulders back once again. Inhale, and with an exhale, lift all the way into mountain pose. And we're going to go into a set of balancing positions. Now remember, if you're not 100% on your balance, stand by something that will help you. But try not to really use that too much, because I really want you to kind of figure out, okay, what are those things that I need to use in order to be able to get through this? So lean into the left leg. So soften your right leg, but your right foot is still on the floor. So your body kind of shifted now to the left. Your hands are here, or if you think that they will help you with the balance, release them and use them. every single muscle, everything you've got is at your disposal. You're going to go ahead and swing your right leg gently forward and back. Good. Now that you know what it takes to stay nice and strong on your left leg, freeze with the right leg in front of you. And now swing it to back and freeze now for a couple of breaths here with the right leg behind you. And in front of you again. But see if you can lift it a little bit higher, even if you have to bend your right knee a little bit. And then gently bring it behind you. And again, a little bit deeper and start to fold a little bit forward. We are in our warrior three. And bring your knee back up in front and drop that right foot back on the floor. Nice. Let's do the same thing on the other side. I wish I could see you. All right, so first and foremost, shift your body weight onto your right foot. Spread your toes, whatever surface that you can have as your foundation, use it. And gently release that left leg and swing it slowly, activating your balancing muscles. Good. And then from here, you're going to leave that left leg in front of you, and you're going to breathe and breathe. And now you're going to bring your left leg behind you, and you're still standing up and straight. And you're breathing. You're relaxed through your chest. It's all good. And then once again, left leg comes forward, and see if you can lift it just a tiny bit more higher, a little bit. And if you have to bend your left leg, no worries at all. And now send that left leg behind you and start to very gently lean forward. And we're here for 3 breaths. Warrior 3 on the right side. Nice. Slowly bring that left knee back forward. And then place your left foot slowly on the floor. I'm sure you did wonderfully, and it was definitely very, very hard. All right, so especially if you are on a carpeted floor, right? Okay, so you are standing at the front of your mat. Reach your arms all the way up. Inhale, and with an exhale, swan dive. Soften your knees. Place your left foot back. Heel toe your right one toward your left wrist, and gently place that right knee on the floor. Drop your left knee on the floor, release your left toes. Good. So this is our pigeon, and it's very active right now. If this is as far as your knees and your hips allow you to go with your body, just stay here. You think you can go deeper into it? I told you we were going to work on our hips here today. You're very welcome to bring your hands a little bit more forward and drop onto your forearms. If you are accustomed to the pigeon and your knees and your hips are fine with this, for the next 20 seconds, go ahead and drop your chest low and breathe into the stretch. Otherwise, stay on your forearms and just allow your body to figure it out. And wherever you are, go ahead and lift up. Keep your breathing going. Your hands are back on the mat. Tuck your left toes. Lift that left knee and then your hips. And heel toe your right foot, and it is forward between your hands. Good. Shift your hips up, left foot forward. Nice. Lift all the way up into your mountain pose. Open up And swan dive again. Soften your knees, hands on the floor, right leg goes back. And you're gonna heel toe your left foot towards your right wrist. And then very gently drop your left knee on the floor towards your left wrist. And then when ready, right knees on the floor and release your right toes. And again, settle in. One side is always a little bit more comfortable than the other. If you think you can, from this active position, drop into your inactive position. If you think you can, drop all the way and rest for the next 20 seconds. And from here, lift up, elbows, and then your hands, and then you tuck your right toes, straightening that right leg. And from here, actually bring that left leg back. And we are once again in our downward facing dog. Drop your head down, arch your back, keep your hips as high as possible. Good. One more time, inhale. And with an exhale, come on your tippy toes. Go through a wave in your spine and come into your plank position. Drop your hips down, drop your knees down. One more arch in our back. Separate your knees, place your feet together, and drop your hips back. From here, walk your hands to the right side of your body, aligning your chest with your right knee. Place your left hand on top of your right hand and breathe into the left side of your body. With your next inhale, lift. Walk your hands through the center to the left. Remember, it's about your chest aligned with your left knee. Your right hand comes on top of your left. 3 breaths. After your last breath, go ahead and return back into your tabletop position. Roll your shoulders back, and then from here, find your way onto the floor. Bend your knees and hug them. Hug them really, 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 really hug them. I should turn towards you. Dive with your nose into your knee. Lift your toes. Squeeze your hands into your shoulders. Press your chest towards your thighs and your thighs towards your chest. Shrug your shoulders. Continue engaging every single muscle in your body. Take a nice deep inhale. And with an exhale, go ahead and release everything down. Lie down, stretch your legs. Drop your shoulders on the floor, rest. And as you continue to rest with your eyes closed, you're going to continue to relax more and more. This is the time when every single muscle is going to become heavy and relaxed. This is the time when you're giving your body a full and complete break. This is the time when you let go of your fingers and your wrists and your forearms and your shoulders, because they have just worked so hard for you. This is the time when you allow your chest to be very heavy. You can hardly detect your breathing, and your heart rate has slowed. All your muscles and bones are seeping deeper and deeper into this heaviness. Your neck and your head, your back muscles, they have worked so hard. All the way down to your lower back and to your tailbone. Relax your glutes now and your hamstrings. Relax that area behind your knee and your calves and your Achilles. The soles of your feet that were carrying you all day long and will continue to carry. This is their time to recover. Relax through your entire body. Keep observing it. You are deactivating it. It will say thank you to you for that. You will wake up from this happier and more flexible and stronger. With your next inhale, reach your arms overhead and extend them against the floor as far as possible. Point your toes in the opposite direction. Your lungs are expanding, your rib cage is expanding, and hopefully you're smiling. And from here, very gently, you're going to come back and sit down comfortably, exactly the way we have started this practice. Take your time. Keep everything soft. Rearrange your breathing. Once again, you can definitely detect the way the air goes into your lungs and into the very, very last muscle in your body and the way it leaves it. And now reach your arms up toward the ceiling one more time, feeling that you are stronger. And it's so much easier to keep your back straight. Place your hands above your head together and bring them down to your heart center. And thank you so very much for joining me today. Namaste. Thank you. I'm going to unmute.